Hello YouTube and welcome back to Allie's Wonderland Creations. I am Alice Seraphin and I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the Pacific Northwest in that wonderful little town of Belfair, Washington. Hickville, USA as I love to call it. So welcome to my channel everybody. So this is my October 2025's Wednesday series video number, it's not number 1A, it is 2A. Ooh, mistake. I just did it on the paper pumpkin whiteboard. Oh, so I got messed up there for a minute. So this is October 8th. 2A. Yes. I'm like, oh, I'm messing up already. Not good, not good. But here we go. So for the month of October, I am doing 3 videos, an A, B, and C on Wednesday. This has nothing to do with my Monday and Saturday series. These are totally different. So these are all going to be fall cards for the month of October in my Wednesday series. For the A cards, they will be focusing on the beautiful, beautiful Splendid Autumn DSP that the wonderful Lori sent me. The B cards will be either the Scenic Pumpkin Patch or I believe it's the Fluffy Squirrel. I'm gonna have to look back and see which one is which. And the C card will be either the Fluffy Squirrel or the Scenic Pumpkin Patch, because I got 2 wonderful other surprises. One was the Scenic Pumpkin Patch from Lori, and the other was the Fluffy Squirrel from Carol. So, not my Aunt Carol, that is. So anyways, these were all such wonderful surprises. They need to be used as much as possible. Not that they won't be used otherwise, but I want to focus on them for the month of October. So the Splendid Autumn DSP, which is returning, of course, and I already have that. We are going to be making 3 cards, and I'm bringing back some of the old in colors, Moody Mauve, Boho Blue, and I think my card base is in Cinnamon Cider, but the bookmark I'm making, yes, because I'm using 6x6, is in Copper Clay. So it just depends on which base you want. And then we are also going to be using the Words for the Season dies for just about all of the fall cards. These are fantastic. I did not get the bundle. Okay, these 3 will fit in this little die here. Of course, other things will fit in there too. I just didn't particularly have a need for them, and I really like my my sentiments. And I even have a new set of sentiments that I really like that I got at the thrift store here. I love this. Have a holly jolly Christmas, a December to remember, peace on earth. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. These are really pretty. So I will be using those this year. So these just did not work out for me, but these did. One hiccup, one hiccup. All of the first letters are not attached to the rest. Do not know why, but they just aren't attached. Little frustrating there, but I still like them nonetheless. Words for the Season dies. So this time, we're not just, last time I used just the word autumn. This time, we're going to use 2. We're going to use autumn here, and we're going to use greetings. So I'm going to be putting both on each of my cards. And like I said, we're doing 3. Now I'm bringing in a lot of old other goodies too as well. So I'm going to set this aside back in my, let's put it with the DSP. So I found this really old stamp set. This is called Magnificent Maple. I got it for 75 cents at the Hub here in Belfair. Love that little thrift store. We're going to do just on our envelope and probably on the inside of our card. I'm going to be using that as well. This is my $2 stamp from the Goodwill, and I think that was like, it was a pink tag, so it was 30% off. Good find, except, or it might have been St. Vincent de Paul, but anyways, except that it stamps very, very crooked. So I fixed that problem. Not on the stamp, just what I did. And then we're going to be bringing in Sending Autumn Wishes Your Way. This goes beautifully paired with the autumn greetings here. This is for our envelope from the Autumn Abundance September 2024's stamp set. we also, because I'm cutting my 6x6 down, I'm going to have enough to make more bookmarks. You know, I love my bookmarks. For the books, I'm going to stamp in the in color coordinating with the cardstock from for the books that Lori also gave me this. I love that set. And then to solve my issue with the Thanksgiving greetings, I'm using this die here from the Iconic Imagery Dies. I think I've about covered it. So let's get started, shall we? I'm going to set that over to the left as well. So we're going to first start out, boho blue, moody mauve, and this is copper clay, but my card base in here is cinnamon cider. The reason being is I had a piece perfect size. So I'm going to start with the cinnamon cider in copper clay because I want to show you what I've done. So this card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. We have our white envelope, and you can already see what I have done. So here's my envelope. This is my card base. This is a cut off from my DSP. This is the largest of my bookmarks, and here you see what I have done with my bookmarks. I've ran them through the laminator and laminated them, and I'm going to do the same to these. I may not make them as frilly. I might keep them just very simple, but I'm not going to show you the finished product because I'm going to wait till I get a whole bunch done and then run them through a full sheet of lamination pouches to get them done. But we are going to do some stamping on here as well. So now you'll see layer number 1. This is cinnamon cider. It could have been copper clay, but it was cinnamon cider. I took the autumn and the greetings dies, and I die cut the center out because I need these letters, these words, for my front of my DSP. And then I use that Iconic Imagery die I stamped, and then I put this in there so I have a sentiment for the inside of my card. And we are definitely going to need some stuff to stamp. So we are going to stamp, however, in the copper clay. First up to bat, I should say. So we're going to do for the books, copper clay in copper clay. This is for the back of the books, the bookmark. Nothing overly dramatic here. We're adding the stack of books, the little glasses, and then this one says this one's for the books. I'm going to put this right about here. I don't want to do it too far up because I might put a string into this one. And then we're going to add some fall leaves. So I know this has been well loved. So we're going to add a little bit here, maybe a full one there. All right, so that's for the back of my bookmark, right? So my bookmark has stuff on the back. I'm not going to do any stamping on here. We're going to open it up, however. And this isn't that beautiful with those pumpkins in there? I just thought that was gorgeous. Here is my season's autumn greetings, sorry. And we're going to use my itty bitty background. Sorry, I sometimes forget to add this. We're going to stamp the copper clay onto this and just give it a little bit of a speckly effect. There, that's done. Now I'm going to stamp this once and then again. I like that. So we are going to do that again. Actually, I'm just going to huff it and do that. Do a little dark, maybe a little bit there. So this is for the inside. We're going to set that up there. We need to do the envelope. Now I'm going to stamp off twice, and I'm going to put a leaf right here. And then I have my Sending Autumn Wishes Your Way. Ta-da! Now I do have to clean all these things off, so give me a second, and we'll put card number 1 together. I did a lot of prep work to hopefully make this go a little farther, because I knew we had to, oh, I already cleaned that one off. But I knew I was going to be using the same stamps, just in different inks, right? As we go. So, with that being done, close up copper clay. This is going to go over the center, and I'm still working on getting rid of this large bottle of Tombow because I don't use it for every single project, but for this one, we are going to make it work. Now for the little ones, I cannot use the large bottle of Tombow. That just will not work. And for my Thanksgiving greeting, that's just going to go on the inside. Okay. Now we're going to work on our I need the tweezers. And of course, they're going to be buried in here, my little tray. You hear me rifling through. We need the little bottle of glue. There's the autumn. Sorry, no, I'm not sick. It's just I was ran out of my antacid medication, and it has caused me to start coughing again. So that looks really good. So we're going to start here because I like that. It'll probably take maybe a few days for it all to get back in my system again. Oh no, I lost all of the little dots. I forgot totally. I wonder if they're all in here. Wouldn't that be something if they're all in here? There's the blue. The blue's in there. The blue is the first one I did. So, nope, it's just the blue one. So we have the blue eye. We don't have any of the others. And nope, I scooped them all out. So we'll have to just dot the eye with something else here. We'll make it work. Just one of those things. That just happens. It happens to me all the time. You have no idea how many times there is a little something that just does not make it. It just doesn't. So now we're going to readjust these. I think like right here. Don't stick to me. Maybe like this. And then that leaves me room for the bling. I even have the bling pulled out because I was thinking 1, 2, and 1. I really was. So, oh, don't move. Okay. This is the time of year where I cannot get enough of Thanksgiving cards or Christmas cards. No matter how many I make, I always am in need of more. All right, we're going to add right to our bling, and I have the in color dots here. I really like these because these were really low profile. So we have this large one, which I was going to stick. Oh, now I might. I was going to, maybe if I do. See, now it's always this way. I always second guess. Let's start with the little ones, because maybe I just don't use the big one. That one just looked off. So 1, 2, 3. So yes. And then I have these two little ones. And I only have one left, so maybe I'll put that somewhere else. So one here. Too bad I could have, but that just is not the right size. And then I'm thinking that I can just squeeze this one in down here. Why? Because it's just left over and it's not like I'm going to be using it for anything. So there we have autumn greetings, Thanksgiving greetings, and sending autumn wishes your way. Card number 1. Check. Done. And we have our bookmark, which needs its either string or it's getting laminated regardless. So let's move on to card number 2. And this is another full-size card. Now this is the last of this card base with this print on it that I got at the thrift store. And here are my pieces. And this one surprised me because I originally was going to go with wild wheat. But when I stuck that Moody Mauve on there, I was like, bingo, check please, this is it. We're going to try to save our little dot there. And here is its bookmark. This is using the leftover piece of DSP here. Or was it on this side? It's on from this side here. And we're going to stamp on it as well. Oh, let's go ahead and just glue this piece down. And you can see I went ahead and die cut the autumn wishes from the center. I know I could have used the Tombow, but this is why it's still lingering on my desk area. And it tore right there with the washi tape, but you're not going to see it. I just added a little glue to keep it from tearing anymore. That is so, so pretty. All right. So we have autumns and greetings because the G is over here. But we have to do a little bit of work here. We have our bling, we have our Thanksgiving greetings, and we need our little bit we're going to do some work with here. So we're going to stamp in Moody Mauve this time around. We're going to stamp our books. The wee little glasses. And this one's for the books. And yes, we're even going to do the big maple leaf. This one, however, oh, I didn't stamp it all the way. That's all right. I can't quite see all of it with this big block. All right, so bookmark, check, done. Let's go ahead and stamp off and stamp on, stamp off. That didn't stamp on hardly at all. still hardly anything on that side, but that's going to be okay. We need our envelope here. Oops, that did not work out for us. And our sentiment, sending autumn wishes your way. All right. So we are done here with the Moody Mauve. Oh, we need a piece to go on the inside here. I mean, that will work, but you can't see anything. That is way too dark, and I didn't think about that yet. So I don't know if I have any scrap paper. I might have to cut something. Let's see what I have. Oh, this will do. Might have to trim it down. This is 4 by 5 1/4. This is perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. That's the one thing with colored card bases, is you really need a piece of white for the inside, or cream, depending on what your color scheme is. But it is nice to have something to be able to see what you're writing. And it doesn't really show up with dark cardstock. Light cardstock, you can get away with it. You could have stamped leaves here, but this kind of does everything for me, and I get to use that stamp that I liked so much. So next, we are going to stamp onto our greetings here, which is not going to have an eye yet. I'm going to have to, I don't know, do something. We'll try a stylus. Where is that little stylus? I have a little pink. Give me a second. Where is it? We'll try to dot with that here in a second. Itty bitty backgrounds. All right. I'm going to leave that open, and we're going to try to dot our eye with this one. Now this one, I think we're going to bring the greetings down here and the autumn over this way. I just think that would be a nice placement. Oh, we lost the blue. The blue little dot is gone. It's just the way it goes sometimes. Little things like that just tend to disappear. They just kind of float off into space somewhere. I wonder if it will show up. It's all right. So we're going to put greetings right down here. Pick up the G. And then we want to place the autumn like so. That looks really good. So I think I can place the A first this time. I mean, these are very handy. I just wish the first letter was attached to the rest of the word. I mean, it just, for me, would be much better. There we go. And I already have the bling here with me as well. One. See, I just don't like that large one placed. No, that was the medium one. So I guess we're putting the large one down here. There we go. All done. Bookmark in hand, and I can put this one away. Now our third one is a note card, and that one I'll be using the boho blue. Oh, we were going to try to dot. I really wanted the stylus. I have a wee little pink stylus somewhere. We're going to try this and on a piece of scratch paper and see what I think. Oh, that will work. So we can dot that. This is just a skewer. That will work enough. It's close enough. It's not exactly what I'd want, but if I go back, I can go back and die cut. Nope, that's not it. I was like hoping it would stick to it. That's not it, none of it. And somewhere around here was the little blue one. All right. Enough with that. Let's move on to card number 3. Card number 3. This is 4 7/8 by 7, scored at 3.5, right? That's my little note card here. Now for this one, I've already done layer number 1, which is 3 1/4 by 4 5/8. And I didn't die cut the center, but let me show you, you could have. There's plenty of room here. I just happen to have 2 tiny little strips that made this easy to do, and I went ahead and did that. This is 3 1/4, no, 3.5. It's layer number 1. It's 3 1/4 by 4 5/8 for the inside as well. And we are going to see, I had the perfect little strips there. Those can go in. This is my bookmark, and we could have, if you didn't want to do this, I was going to show you that with some of your DSP, you could put a little strip like that, like I have done on many, but I am not. I am using my Thanksgiving greeting. So we need to clean our stamps again. And I need to close up Moody Mauve before a catastrophe strikes everything I have been doing. Okay, little eyeglasses. This one's for the books. The stack of books. Sending Autumn Wishes. And our great big magnificent maple leaf. So to get started, this is now retired. There's too much ink on there to do anything with. So let's go ahead and start by the itty bitty backgrounds. Oh no, come on. I know the A got stuck in there and I forgot to get it out when I was die cutting all the other letters. All right. All's okay now. Boho blue. That one's done. going to do our bookmark. That's for the envelope for the books first this time. The book stack. And our little eyeglasses. Then our great big maple leaf. I'm going to put one right in the center. That one's done. And we need our envelope. It almost turns kind of a greenish blue on here. And it doesn't show up at all there, but it's there. It's just the paper. Very, it just will not absorb if it doesn't have enough ink on it. All right, so I think we are all, oops, we are not all done. Like I think we're all done, but we're not. I don't need the stamp and pierce mat for this one because it's red rubber, but we're just going ahead and using it because it's here. Why? Because it's here and because I can. Now we are all done. Yes. Now let's put this last little card together. And glue everything down. Insert piece 3 1/4 by 4 5/8 for the inside piece. Making sure 3 1/4, yes, making sure I got that right. All using that Splendid Autumn, beautiful, beautiful DSP. All right, that can get closed over there. Now we need the wee little bottle and the little tweezers. And let's see where we're going to place these. I think we're going to do it on the bottom, but I think maybe this time we'll center them. Maybe up here. I don't know if I want to cover up all that gorgeous scenery down there. I don't. So we'll do it up here, up top. So, you guys, my poor daughter, she really wanted to, for Halloween, for fall, she wanted to get this inflatable. You guys are going to laugh. She has such a wonderful sense of humor. She wanted to get an inflatable that had a UFO, and it has a light beam that is sucking up a cow. She just thought that was the funniest thing ever. And her father told her no. He said, that is not Halloween. And she was like, oh yeah, Dad, we can stick this, on the garage. Would that be funny? And he was like, no, that is not Halloween. He's like, you can have that out in the yard any time of the year, but that is not Halloween. So I don't know what she's gonna come up with now. She was so excited. She just thought that was the, it's not scary. We don't want to do scary stuff or anything, but he's not an inflatable fan of inflatables, but I do have one, that big Santa he got me last year for Christmas that goes on top of the greenhouse. And she just thought that was the funniest thing when she saw it. And he told her definitely no, that was not happening. Quite comical, the two of them. And it's definitely like, and I told her, no, we cannot have that for Christmas either. So she could just save her money for another day. I don't know why that popped in my head, but it did. Look how pretty that is. I mean, and it's simple. No sentiment dies or anything. Well, this, but no other dies to stamp onto. Really, really simple here. Maybe give you some ideas if you have fall paper. And of course, we're going to do, I think we're just going to do 1, 2, and 3 down here. So we're going to do it 1 here. Ooh, I think I'm going to do them up like that. Just something a little different in the corner. So there are, that is my card, and let's show you all of them now. So we have the wee little note card and the coordinating bookmark. The cards I will be sending, the bookmarks I will be donating. We have card number 2, Boho Blue, Moody Mauve, and its coordinating bookmark, right? And then card number 1 in Cinnamon Cider and Copper Clay. So using same layouts, different placement, of course, with the sentiment dies, and I just love sharing what I create with you guys, and I can't wait to run all of these bookmarks through a laminator and laminate them. I think that's going to be lovely. And I mean, I just might laminate these. These came out so nice. I don't think I really need to do much else to them but laminate them. And those will be a great addition to my little stack of bookmarks I got going on over here. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you all soon here in my Wonderland. Bye-bye for now, everyone.